Welcome back to a new cast game. Here on the east we have MCAS playing as the Chinese in the color blue. And on the west side we have Donda playing as the Japanese in the color yellow. This is a gold cast game. My name is Trui and with me today is Nim.
Hey, we're back on Lipany. There is no Southern Cliff.
Woo!
Whoa, Lipany, what are you doing? Oh, there is one. There's one over here.
There is a little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit of
Okay.
cliff.
What is up with this map? Is it ever consistent in its generation? I
No.
don't think so. I don't think so. Where are the? Aren't there three? Oh, there are three. Yeah. There are three secret sites. I was like,
Yeah, usually
there's
one.
clearly two together and then one down here.
Yeah, usually they're more divided, right? They're usually more in a line.
Oh, well, I don't want to say usually because Lipany is
It's almost mega random.
a mixed bag here, right? So the Japanese starting out with the farmhouse onto the berries. I love seeing that the forge coming down onto that gold. I am glad with this, I guess. Like we've had Japanese also like starting out on stone, for example, right? And just
That works too, right?
yeah, because they have a passive where if they mine gold, right?
They will get stone.
They will get some stone, and if they mine stone, they will get some gold. So it's you can grab stone, and then you can already like make yourself a daimyo manor
Or second TC.
or a second TC, which is really nice.
Yeah.
First wheelbarrow tech has already come in. This is also typical for Japanese. It's only like 50 gold, I think, out of the top of my head. 50 gold and 25 wood or something like that. So worthwhile investment. You probably 25 because like there's 25 left in the thing there.
So we do have the Japanese against the Chinese. What do you think we can expect from this matchup?
Well, let's talk a little bit more for a second here about the Chinese and their food gathering, right? Because this is what we need to see, right? This is what we talked about last time. I think we had a Chinese on the cast here, and
Oh yeah, they didn't make a meal.
they didn't make a meal. They were just gathering sheep underneath their town center. This is what you want to do. So you make the meal onto the berries, right? Or you can even make the meal next to the town center if you're so inclined, right? But this is good. Yeah.
Yeah, shout
But
out to
you
Lone
still,
Fly.
even though you're onto the berries, yeah, and you can see like a little number of berries has been picked here. A few berries have been picked. They do actually still go onto the sheep because it just gathers faster for them for the Chinese. And this will mean that the meal will have tax, and the tax can be collected by the imperial official who is currently supervising the meal, right? It means that every drop-off that you do, right, it gets 20% extra.
Yeah.
20% extra, and you see like 12 and 24. It's because 20% of 10 is obviously 2. So that's why they drop off 12 instead of 10. Even like if this guy just had 10 in his hands, right?
Yeah.
But
It just appears.
the imperial official actually just magically makes more food out of that. And
Like
now
any
he's-
rich accountant.
and now he just he just skews the numbers on that. He's like, no, actually they delivered it in they handed in 12 food.
Yeah, one of our viewers, Lone Fly, watches almost every of our casts. And he's like a China main. And he was like looking at our cast last time when we were casting China. Definitely.
Oh, he's just China main? Oh,
Yeah,
that's great.
Definitely
Nice.
was happy to see us cast a China match. The Kura storehouse coming in for the Japanese player. I think this is like the standard opening for the Japanese.
It is these days. So at the start, sometimes they would go for the shinobis, and they can be a nuisance. I would love to see a return of the shinobis. Honestly, I think they're an interesting unit, but yeah, the might of the Kura storehouse is just. It's because this will last you the entire game,
True.
right? Like it's so much food coming out of this. It's just really good. Could have obviously had the core storehouse up against the tree line
Yeah,
here,
I was like thinking
and then would have
about
saved
that.
on the lumber camp
Yeah,
here.
because it's also a drop-off point for
It's
anything.
also a drop-off point, and then you will get those farms around it eventually. But
It will be less tidy against town center,
yeah.
but you will be able to save some wood.
So obviously for China, the question is, what are they going to look to do, right? Are they just going to try and boom? Are we going for Song Dynasty? This time I got it. I remembered the dynasty names.
Good.
Yeah. Are they going to go for Song Dynasty? Or are they going to...
Shukunupush.
They could. They could go for Zhuge
Doesn't look like it yet.
It doesn't look like it yet.
No
I
archery
honestly,
ranges.
to me, this is just looking like a fast castle right
Yeah.
now. Right? There's plenty of villages on food. There's 3 on gold. There are 5 on wood, right? So they can switch into any military if they need to. But they're not picking up any ecotech. So it's just looking to me like
Barbican of the Sun, yeah.
okay.
Playing defensive.
So they are going to Song Dynasty here. I do like the position of this Barbican actually.
Yeah, because
This is fine.
if the Japanese wants to push, then you have your food underneath it, and you've got your wood underneath it. Makes it a little bit more
I love the
defensive.
villages from the Chinese as well, right? Because these are just allow you to save your villagers, get them to safety. So dropping these on your resources is hugely beneficial. Obviously, already working the farms here, the Japanese. I love to see people like just as soon as a farm comes out, right, to transfer one of your villages, your food villages, over to these farms, so that
because
they're
they're
not
free.
they're using the infinite farms instead of the finite sheep. A barracks is out for our Japanese player already and is making a Anabugeisha. I don't think that he would get much value out of it right
Maybe
now.
on the
Really,
gold, but
only the gold is open right now. We'll take a look at what Donda sees here, and it's going to
the
be a
Barbican.
Barbican coming up. He's going to get shot by it.
I would run if I were. No, he's gonna give him the sheep.
I think that's a
Here you
dead
go,
scout.
some sheep.
A bit of a mistake from Donda there because he saw that Barbican coming up. He could have really seen that he was in the zone for it already, and then when it came up, he didn't actually pull back his scout. Second level of wheelbarrow. It just means that Donda is flying blind right now, and they are making units. A second barracks coming up already. Probably looking to do a feudal push, but honestly, I'm not sure if it's going to lead anywhere, right? That Barbican is
Yeah,
up there.
everything is
All of this
underneath
food is super safe. All of this wood is super safe. And wood and food is the only thing you really need in feudal to really outlast your opponent for a while, right?
Yeah, and they can even make a tower on the gold to keep it even more safe if they really have to.
Okay, so we're thinking Zhuge push, right?
Yeah, steel arrows +1 ranged attack and siege engineering, which means that we can make rams on the field. 2 archery ranges.
I'm not sure if Donda spotted out this first archery range. I think he might have, but he should know what's coming if there's 2 archery ranges. I don't think he saw the second one though. The Zhuge push is very, very real, and it's gonna happen. And I think the Anabugeisha might be.
Oh, where is Shukunu going though? They need to wait and group together. Hello? Guys? There's some enemies.
I'm a little confused because he sees these walking over.
Yeah. I mean, they're both seeing it.
Where?
Attack! Ah. I think they were a little bit preoccupied with the gold raid.
Okay, so if you do shut down Chinese gold, right, you will shut down Zhuge production eventually because they only cost a little bit of gold. But it is very important to realize that they need all 3 of those. So if you can shut down gold, it can stop Zhuge pushes.
And they do manage to shut them down, but like now they're gonna get cleaned up and the tower is
Yeah, the
gonna
Zhuge
come up.
are already out in full force here, and I don't think it'll be very easy to bring any number of Anabugeisha to really counter this. In fact, you would need to go into horsemen and samurai.
Yeah.
They would do a lot
Horse
better than the Anabugeisha would do here. Now the samurai are slow, obviously. They're just mostly there to soak up damage. And the horsemen obviously counter ranged units. But at some point, this mass of Zhuge, right? If you can't kill this mass of Zhuge will become too large for even horsemen to deal with.
I mean,
At that point,
for anything, like you can make it as big as like it one shot as knight, right? Like if you're French and it's like a full upgraded knight, you can one shot it with the Zhuge if it's just a big enough mass.
So at some point, this mass will become big enough, and we're heading there really, really fast already. There's a third archery range up now.
There's already 14 guys, and like you're already doing at least 3 per guy, so 14 times 3.
Yeah. So at which point you will need to go castle and make a mangonel.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you can aim the mangonel at the Zhuge and you can do major damage.
Honestly, we've noticed a couple of times already that where Donda is just not on the ball with his military units, right? He puts them over here, he gets spotted out by the outpost, he puts them over here, he gets spotted out by the Zhuge, he runs away from the Zhuge and just puts them over here. It's not far enough. He's not microing these units effectively at all, not managing to do anything with them, yet still continuing to produce them, but getting no value out of them, losing yet more. We can take a look at the destruction value here.
950.
Right, that's a lot of resources already lost for Donda, whereas Donda
only 50
has killed, I think, 1 Zhuge.
No, not even.
I don't even know what. It must have been one villager.
Then,
Yeah,
I
of course, because that's 50 food. I was like,
yeah.
And it's just not looking great, right?
Astronomical clock tower coming in.
And remember, China is on the on Song Dynasty, which means that their villages produce quite a bit faster
15 seconds
if they were producing villages.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're still producing them. I mean, you should definitely not stop producing villagers at 39 villagers, and definitely enough food in the bank. So that's not the problem. They're not short on food. Obviously, they want to use them.
It's not doing anything. I feel like Donda keeps trying to do the raids, and I'm very glad that they're trying. But he's got the wrong units. He's not managed to deal with the Zhuge early on at all, right? Like those very first Zhuge he saw heading out, right? Those 2 Zhuge. If he chased those with the Anabakeisha, those would have been dead.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
and here it's gonna go again. They're gonna be spotted. Hello? They're gonna be spotted. They're gonna be spotted. They turn around and they all kill him. Or they just keep walking and then get killed because.
Okay. Yeah. All it takes for MCAS is to. Honestly, like as soon as he stops these units.
There we go. And the best would be if you kite. So if you click away and then attack. So they walk and then attack. And walk, attack, walk, attack. Because then it's harder for the enemy to hit you as well. You don't have to stand so close, basically.
Just honestly not trading all that efficiently, are they? It would be better if they were mixed in with some samurai. Did we get... are we looking to go into castle here already for Donda, because he might need to soon. At the same time, though, there are quite a number of Zhuge right outside his base, so it'd be scary to go in and go into castle right now, because you want those units out of here first, right? These are veteran Zhuge already, so they do even better. And I think Donda is just gonna be kept in his base here if he's not careful.
Yeah, there's also a wall just walling him in now, which is interesting.
Yeah, it cuts him off from the berries over here. I mean, there's a single villager out on it, but without a.
I mean, there was no wall. There was no gate in it, so.
Sorry, without a gate here.
They did actually cut himself out already. See where that villager is gonna go. I think it might be.
I think it's just heading. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's gonna make.
It's gonna be a proxy base. We already saw this outpost coming up here, but still committing to that archery range. And Donda just needs to realize, I need to stop making barracks. But they fully committed onto these barracks.
Temple of Equality coming up.
That is okay. So the Temple of Equality makes Buddhist monks instead of those the Shinto priests.
Mm-hmm.
The Buddhist monks provide support in combat by decreasing enemy damage with Sohei Sutra and by enhancing damage of allies with Buddhist conversion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in Japan they do have multiple religions.
They certainly do. Christianity is also made its way over to Japan at some point. There's a very interesting history there with Christianity because at some point the government kind of bore down on that. Like they didn't want Japanese Christians.
Yeah,
and
because they
were-
blocked ships from other countries, but like the Dutch ships were allowed to come and trade.
Yeah, you're talking about a little bit of different history, but yes,
Oh, a different era.
like European proselytization was a major concern, obviously, and for the right reasons, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Temple of Equality. Sorry for the Japanese right now. Typically, we see them go with the Shinto priests, but I guess this is fine. But maybe if he goes for Temple of Equality, it would be very good to start producing some Buddhist monks here to get himself some relics, because MCAS has already got that first relic on the way.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. Here
There
it
it is. Found it. Ooh, might be spotted out like this. And there's not that many units in their own base now for MCAS, because most of the units are in that proxy base. And Donda is just not realizing that proxy base exists and thinking, hey, you know what? There's not that many units right here. I can take this player.
Okay, but major problem that we need to talk about is that the Chinese player has stopped producing villagers, and they've stopped for like 4 minutes already. This is not good, right? They do need to realize that they need to keep making this, right? Because they've got this in the bag, honestly.
Yep.
If they keep their production up.
Yeah, and it's not a problem of not having enough food, because there has been enough food for villagers this whole time. There's 2,000 food right now. Right now they have to migrate to a different food source. Let's see where they're going.
There's berries in the back here. There's berries over here. But Donda is looming, and Donda is not forgetting to produce villagers, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna make a big difference, because I feel like MCAS is winning right now, but if this game is gonna last a little longer, I think Donna's is gonna be
Where's
on
the
winning hand
house,
because
too?
because of the villagers.
Where's the house?
Ooh,
Because
yeah,
you
their
would love to
house.
get this nest of bees out, right?
There is one Master Bees out.
Nest of bees.
The proxy. Why are you always laughing at me? At the proxy base.
Oh, that's where
Yep.
it is.
It's a clock tower nest of bees.
Okay. So what are Japanese doing right now? They've got another +1 damage in, +1 melee damage. So that's 3 already.
They're just trying to get
They've
out.
got a +3 on their damage already. It doesn't show up here, just for the record. It's not. Their tech is not quite the same. If this nest of bees could fire, these units would go down very, very quickly. Actually, I would bring some of the Yanabageisha around to immediately take that down.
New ones are coming in. Is it gonna fire on
It's
those?
just, it's not enough units.
Why is it not firing? That was dramatic.
And like insisting on these Yanabageisha, right?
And a villager.
Insisting on this villager dying, insisting on the Buddhist monk dying. I refuse to accept that this is what Donda has for us. Right? I don't know why we're not heading into some stables and dealing with the Zhuge news like that. I do like their constant raids though, because they are clearly stressing MCAS out to the point that he's just completely forgotten about villagers.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, there's
he's
40
only been
right now,
thinking
so
about defense.
There has been one at least, because there were 39 before, but you know, queued one and then forgot about it again. The Nest of Bees did came out. So
No. We were at 41 a second ago.
Well, there are some more houses being built, because there is 150 pop cap right now, so they did plop down quite a bit of them. meaning that the Zhuge are being able to come out, and that nest of bees came out. The nest of bees came out. I can't talk, but that's fine. One Zhuge is just guarding that relic. Big massive Onabegeisha coming in.
Yeah, there are some samurai in there, which I feel like are what he needs to really get through this mass, right?
Nest of bees.
It's still not firing. It hasn't fired at all.
It just stood there as a distraction to die, I guess.
Needs to bring in these samurai into the fight as well, because there are palace guards out for MKAS as well. We saw a couple of them. But at this point, it's MKAS throwing this away because there's just not enough villagers, right? You can't be competitive if you do not have the economy.
Yeah.
And it's no surprise that he's losing this fight because Donda has been continuously making more and more villagers. Has a lot of stone in the bank. Would do well to... he's looking to get... Yeah. He's looking to get to the Shogunate Castle. Honestly, can get to Shogunate Castle right now. Should stop some of these villages and just go for the Shogunate Castle for that extra food gathering rate, plus the amazing defenses on that.
Now the proxy base is going to be cleaned up completely. One more relic in the middle that can be picked up. We have 2 already in the base of MKAS, and the 3rd one is on the way. Donda seems to be more occupied with
capturing the sacred site. Yeah.
I would definitely not prioritize that. I would definitely prioritize grabbing that relic that is right next to the sacred site as well, right?
It's because the sacred sites you can always capture. The relics obviously are gone before you know it.
And this is going to be a big raid coming in from.
I think he might have accidentally put a villager in the control group here.
Oh no!
He had his torch out and everything.
You select a group and then the villager just walked past there. Yeah, coming right in.
Yeah, if he... Oh, finally we are producing villagers again. MKAS has finally realized. I think that's a full... I think like from 14 minutes on or something, they've not been producing villagers. And remember, right, they went Song Dynasty, so it hurts all the more. They could have had much more villagers than their opponents would be on. Donda would do very well to use staggered formation when that nest of bees is in play, right?
Yeah, that's
and only
hurt.
then getting close and try and get on top of that to destroy it. But you don't want to get hit by all of those projectiles. So staggered formation is the right approach here. I think he does have some Buddhist monks in here.
Oh yeah,
which
they will be healing.
obviously they're healing, and they can you can use Sohei's Sutra for the damage reduction. Would love to make him see use of that, because honestly we see far too little Temple of Equality plays, and I would love to see Sohei's Sutra being utilized properly in the game.
Yeah, definitely, because there's if you have abilities on your characters, especially if you unlock them with landmarks, definitely check them out. You don't have to use them like every time, but like try them out in a game and see what they do, and then whenever you find them to be helpful, like use them, right? And maybe it doesn't go well the first time, maybe it doesn't go well the second time, but if you get used to them, it might be going better like the 10th time, right? More rams are but they're going in naked right now, so that's a bit dangerous. Meaning that they're just gonna be cleaned up right now. With the army realizing that they're being cleaned up, I hope some of them will go for the nest of bees. Oh yeah, try to go around it. Yeah, the nest of bees, and it's 1 HP. There we go, and now it's gonna be a lot easier to raid everything, because the nest of bees. There's a second one in the town center. A Springel's coming in.
Honestly, it should just commit. I don't think these troops need to fall back here. It should just commit to the attack.
I think they really wanted the ram back.
They brought out a Springel, but I'm not sure why, because it's not like the Japanese are bringing in siege other than the battering rams here, but it's not what you're bringing the Springel out for, right? I don't think he's realized that he's got his own nest of bees back here. It's a little bit hidden, obviously, in that town center.
It's been there for, I would say, 3 minutes already.
No, MKAS, not the villagers again.
And on 40 again. I think he just likes to be on 40 villagers.
I'm pretty sure it's 100% unintentional, though. We'd probably do better to take out that Barbican first here because it is slowly killing his units. Yeah, that clock tower springlet is it's an expensive unit and it's not really getting any sort of value because what was it supposed to get?
I would say the ram.
Right, but at that point the ram wasn't even out yet, right?
Yeah.
I'm
mean, they were
confused as
making
to why he thought that was a good idea. Like he's got a lot of relics. And you can see that reflected in the amount of gold that he has in the bank.
Yeah, you can definitely make a market and trade some things in if you have some trouble with.
There's no production again from those military buildings. I don't understand why so often when they are on the defensive, right, they stop producing units when that's the absolute first thing you need.
Definitely. If you want to see some more Age of Empires, make sure to click one of these playlists or videos and make sure to subscribe to not miss anything.